Support for this podcast comes from the patrons at patreon.com/FMLFPL. Okay! Welcome to FMLFPL Milan.
It's Walsh.
What is up, my dude? It's Thursday.
It's lovely Thursday today.
It's Thursday, and we're not Friday Night Lifing. And that only means one thing. There's one game day left.
Yeah, one game day to rule them all.
A game week that's just a day.
Yeah. So
Sunday,
how'd you do this
Bloody
week?
Sunday. Hold on. Before we move to our teams, I do have a few things I want to do.
Okay.
One is a huge shout out to Kevin Grissier, a.k.a. Hoyas FC.
The Georgetown fan.
Georgetown Ultra, American Palace supporter, wins the
really?
FMLFPL Cup. Yep. I stalked his team.
That's nice.
Great job by him. Hoyas FC.
Okay.
Number 2, Euros starts Friday, June 11th.
Wait. Hang on. We're doing prizes for the top 8?
I think. I honestly don't remember.
We should make that. Let's decide right now. I mean,
we
what
will
did we do
email
last
those
year?
people. Yeah, I think we did top 8, and then the first place guy gets the custom kit.
Okay, first place gets a kit, and then 2 to 7 we'll do the. What are we gonna do? Should we do the bottle opener package?
Yeah.
Coasters and bottle opener.
The AC London package.
Okay. All right. So we'll
they know who they are.
So 2nd to 7th, we'll just send out
emails to whatever your Patreon email is.
Yeah,
That's
and if you don't get it and don't reply, then you fucking get nothing. You fuck off.
Yep, true.
Okay, great.
Number 2 is Euro starts Friday, June 11th. We'll definitely pod that week, like leading into the Euros, and then we'll be podding throughout the Euros. There's no days off, so there's not going to be any time for like Patreon pods. We're just going to pod every few days or something like that. We'll figure it out kind of on the fly.
Yeah. Well, I think we have 3 group days and then it cuts. So well, at minimum, we'll be doing 1 per match week or game week, whatever the fuck they call it in that game. McDonald's, Budweiser, King of the Week week.
King of the Week.
And then we'll figure it out from there.
Yeah. And then we'll also do 1 more FPL pod after this one, which will be next week, which will be a post-mortem season review type of thing. Potential fireside also wedged in there, but we'll see. Okay. And then third and lastly is anyone who likes video games and me. I started a new podcast with 2 friends called Wide Flank. It's basically a video game book club. We play a game, we beat the game once a month-ish, and then we pod about it. First one we did is Half-Life 2. That episode's up already. I'll put it in the show notes. Thanks for checking it out. How'd you do this week?
I got 60 points. Nice round number. Clean. You know, I'm just playing the guys, watching some games, chilling out. Climbing to bad rank. It's great. Feels really good. But I got some cleans around. Unfortunately, Ederson, round 1 of 2 captaincy shouts, did not come in very strongly.
Not great.
2-pointer. But, it could have been worse, Could have captained Kane.
Yeah.
Everyone, that's the thing when sometimes you captain the mad player when everyone else is on Mo and Kane and they get the same points and it's a wash. It's
Mo got the 1 more and it's nothing.
Wash. I felt so bad that I told you to do Kane as Liverpool are kicking off. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to go badly. And then he got 3, so I'm like, vindicated.
Massively hauled and didn't.
Vindication. Purely vindicated. I was like, thank God.
Under the radar, your form going into next season it's red hot.
Doesn't matter. It's
12 out of 14 greens.
This is my form. Fuck next year. My form is rolling hot, red hot into Euros. That's the important thing.
Which will then carry into next season, ideally.
After we win Euros. And then, that'll be good for both of us.
Maybe we'll write a book about winning Euros or something.
Yeah, please no.
We could sell a spreadsheet. Some side hustle, But 16, nice job by you.
I got some cleans, did some things. That's all good. Bamford finally got me points.
Good job. I would never fuck you over.
I know. Owed me big time. Iheanacho, obviously not starting was not great, but it's just like Lingard. Just the inevitability of Iheanacho scoring a goal had happened, obviously. So that was nice. And so that scientific experiment, 1-for-1 so far. We'll see how that goes in the final game week. Probably going to get more goals. Should be good. So that's what I'm looking at. How about you?
I finished with 63, but I took a -8, so 55. I also went scientific, and the science didn't really work out because Lingard returned and got all the bones, but all of the guys I got in returned. I got Bob in for Ings. He got 8 points. I got Foden in for Lingard. He got 10 points. And I got Cresswell in for Kabak, who got 5 points with a cheeky little assist. So, yeah, I mean, good. Definitely
you got
a big
some points in there.
Net tit for me. Pereira on my bench, but whatever. He's just a legend. I don't even care where he is on my team, a bench or in the lineup. Every point feels good for him. Captain Kane. I had no keeper because Bielsa
Why would
just
we
wanted to
keepers.
Play the racist guy, and Forster didn't get in.
We don't need keepers in this podcast.
And he's playing. He already committed to Casillas for the last game too.
Easy.
So I just need to another transfer on keeper because
it's a -2. No big deal.
There's been like someone tweeted that I think there's been like 4 keepers all season, assuming they start game week 38 that started every game for their team.
4 of 20?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
that's fucking insane,
unheard of.
Yeah, that's
actually
insane.
Unheard of.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be a post-mortem.
That's a post-mortem, big time.
Goalkeeper, top, big
Maybe
time.
we could petition to just not have them in the game. We would both do so much better in FPL.
I don't think that's going to go too well for us, though.
We'll see.
Okay.
That's it. Let me update some leagues. Shout out to the 3 FML Field Prize League Mug League leaders from May 1 game week left. Frode still in first. Mahesh still in second, and Josh Michael coming in third. 1 game week left. Final mugs of the season. Huge. And then shout out to the leader of the FML Field Public League, Pedro's Hombres. Still leading the way. He's 2 points over Luis May, so a big final week there between those two. Good job by them. Moving on.
Yeah.
I have somewhere I actually want to start.
Wow, this is first time in pod history?
First time in pod history, I don't start with a long and then what do you want to talk about or something like that.
About that? Oh, shit.
Yeah, what is it?
You do that every single week. I'm always surprised.
Every time.
I'm taken aback. Every single time you say it to me, I'm like,
Yeah, and whatever you give me, I still get value from it because sometimes it's like God. I don't know, or sometimes it's like yes, or like I don't know.
All right,
this time we need to talk about Crystal Palace because
what are we doing? What are you doing to me? Are you fucking with? Do you want to see you tomorrow's now? It's only been 10 minutes.
I just want to do it because we've been avoiding it, and we got a bunch of questions about it because everyone knows that the 2 leading men to take over for the boy, the god, the legend.
Oh, come on with
are
this
Frank
talk.
and Eddie. And it just needs to be discussed because it's like enemy number 1 and number 2 on your fucking to kill list. And it's like, what is happening right now? Like, what is going through your mind right now?
This is something I'm going to teach you something here.
Okay. Yeah.
When this is, self-preservation, coping, strat, whatever you want to call it. When you're faced with hardships in life like this, and it's uncertain, and it's completely out of your control, you can't affect it in any way, shape, or form, check out. I don't spend time thinking about this. People at me in the thing, like, oh, here's Franklin, LOL, goal.com article, at me, like, oh, Mirror article, fucking Edward and his blood boy are visiting London or something, it's just, I sit back, I'm like, whatever happens, and I'll pick the pieces up. Because if there is one thing I'll tell you about Palace over the last couple of years, we're run, as good as you could hope for from a football club in the Premier League that's not, an oil baron team, We've been spending, frugally, but not too bad, and we've been staying in the division. We're trying to get younger, and, half our team's out of contract, so I'm going to wait. I'm just waiting, baby.
I mean,
I'm going to wait and see what happens. Hope that neither of them get the job because I have personal vendettas against both and I hate them both so much. And if one of them gets the job, I'll reassess.
Yeah.
How about that?
I mean, that was so good.
The thing that's really the most heartbreaking, though, that I've actually been struggling with over the last few days is this Eze injury.
Yes.
Because
that is a backbreaker.
The
Absolute
literal
backbreaker.
number one most enjoyable thing I was just thinking about the whole last like couple months is like I can't wait till he's not playing fucking auxiliary left back.
Yeah, I can't wait till he starts 38 games. Also,
he's had those couple games, the last couple where he was a little bit more central and he's just running the game, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, he's gonna be so good next year. Yeah. And I mean, seeing him out, they're talking, maybe till January is just like, because he's the one thing too that we can plan and build around in the off season, and so that's been the real Palace news. I think that's been really heartbreaking. And the other thing too, I have been very, very slow trickling myself into, we're going to extend an offer to Benteke, and he's going to be in our team next year. So I've been trying to, compartmentalize that into a compartment where it doesn't lead with me like jumping out of a build off of a fucking roof.
But he's going to 4 goals in a row. Also, like
he's
punch/elbows El Neni in the face and doesn't get sent off.
Yeah, he's
VAR by the way. We never talk about VAR intentionally. VAR just is like on a PR campaign to try and win the fans back. I'm so sold of this. There were like multiple goals this week that were just like, sure, that's a goal. We're just going to let it stand. Okay. There were multiple like red cards, potential pens. They just like didn't look, didn't care. They all just went sort of like the fans' way or whatever the ref called on the. It was, what?
I mean, the fact that Benteke did not get a red card last game was patently absurd. It was actually unreal. It was unfucking believable that he didn't get a red card.
Real, actually impossible.
It was
and like people will say like if El Neni like went down and held his face, like
get out of here.
Yeah, that probably would have got the red, but like that's not the point. He punched him in the face. He hit him in the face. If you caress someone's face, you get a red.
It was really bad. I was very upset that he didn't get sent off because that would have been correct.
There were just so many VARs. It's so funny how this game, billions and billions of dollars in this fucking industry, but between the gambling and the actual matches and the owners and the players and whatever, and they just like fuck VAR off and fuck the rules off whenever they feel like it.
The thing also that's like, if you even take another step back of like, who are the actual human beings that are, it's like a fucking gym teacher who's getting paid like $70K a year sitting in a fucking booth looking at a monitor.
Yeah.
He's deciding who wins and loses the game.
He's eating a fucking chip buddy in a van in Stockley Park. He's got fucking ketchup all over his face. This fucking guy is being like, nah, goal stand. Fuck it.
Like armpit, yeah. Crayon line, yeah. Pixels, yeah. Up, offsides, onsides,
yeah.
Arm, they hit the arm.
Yeah, the ref on the pitch is like, should I take a look at that? He's like, nah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Now you're doing great, son.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing is such a joke. It's great.
It's very, very prone to like Tim Donaghy fuckery, for sure.
Boy. Yeah.
People know what I'm talking about.
The people know.
If you know, you know. All right, so moving on. We got a bunch of just Game Week 38 shit. Hemdog, Swarley, Dongfest, VB, Simple Monk, Mr. Ralph. They're all looking for the 1 week punt. They're all looking for the Walsh's balls punt, TM Walsh's balls. And then Hemdog tacked on, thanks for everything this season, you beautiful bastards. This includes you, Walsh.
Hemdog trying to suck up at the last moment.
This includes you, Walsh. He's just trying
for that.
Extending the olive branch. Can we get a temperature check on Walsh's balls? Like, what's going on downstairs?
Well, it's upsetting because it doesn't just work. Like, it's not something that flicks on and off, you know? I mean, when I have the feelings, then I come immediately to the pod and talk about it. And I have like no read on anything right now. I think there's
Fair.
there's a few teams or a few games where I'm like, yeah, those could be open games. So if I'm looking for goals, but otherwise, no, it's a fucking game week 38. There's going to be like a 6-1 game here on Sunday.
There's going to be so many goals.
There's going to be some like 2-0. There's going to be. It's just a madness of a game of 38. So
let's go there because that was biggest David and B Roberts' question. He said, "What fixtures have the highest chance of chaos, strange stuff, or high or low scoring results?" So maybe let's just look at the fixtures themselves because it's hard to call. I mean, there's very few teams that are playing for something, and those should be like the tighter games, you'd imagine.
Right.
So that's Chelsea, Liverpool, Leicester versus Spurs. That's kind of it. Maybe West Ham. I sort of playing for something.
Yeah, I mean, I think those are ones where we have a lot of players in those teams already, but those are probably not ones that you want to target.
Yeah.
Unless if you have, like a Liverpool defender, Liverpool spot, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Leeds jumps out to me. Leeds, West Brom. Unfortunately, they're up against 12 men. Leeds are at home against their own pitch. But, that's a game where, you expect 3 or 4 for Leeds and, big fat ass fuck's not going to like park, a 4-5-1 against Leeds. They'll probably do a little bit more things. So
he had the weirdest post-match interview. Also.
He's just on one. He's just fucking gone. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's not coming back. Do you see that?
Yeah. He was pleading for a job at Sky Sports in his post-match interview, like a fucking herb. I don't know.
The new inevitability. This is the thing, right? It goes from like Gundog, Fuckguard, English, Verratti, Willock.
He's
cannot
insane.
Stop scoring.
Insane.
Can't stop.
6 straight, I think, right?
I mean, I'm not betting against him against Fulham. Like, no. I don't know. That's another one where it's like Fulham are certainly not, good defensively. They've been a fucking shambles lately. So, I mean, Willock is someone where I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I mean, you could see something going on over there.
Yeah.
Except I think I saw St. Max is a little bit questionable, which is rough because he's an outlet and he's a driving force through the midfield and they have a hard time progressing the ball. But, Willock, the inevitability of Willock feels very strong to me right now. What else? What are you looking at?
I didn't know what to make of that Fulham United game. United were
they were bad,
absolutely terrible in the second half.
They're not good. I can't believe they're in second place. It's upsetting.
Well, I find it kind of hilarious, but that's that's a different podcast. But
that is a different podcast.
That's a very different podcast. But I don't know what to make of Fulham. I don't think they're playing for anything. I don't even know if they're playing for the manager. I don't even know who's going to start. Tim Ream got in versus United.
Yeah, Ream was back in, and they gave one goal up, which was
Captain Ream straight in. Well, they gave their one goal, which 100 million % shouldn't have counted, but. We covered VAR already.
Yeah, VAR already made sure it did. But if Ream comes in and you only score one goal, that team is in trouble.
That's in trouble, but Newcastle have been actually like attacking well for the last bit. And then they're just
for a
free
while, couple
and
months.
loose and playing a lot of attackers and getting a lot out of them. So I like that game to be kind of crazy and high scoring and stuff. I probably don't like Arsenal Brighton. That just feels tight and very low amount of shots for both.
Well, Brighton don't have goals in them for their lives. I mean, it takes Dan Burn like insanity for them to get more than for them to 3. But.
Even Arsenal against Palace had like 6 shots or something.
We dominated spells of that game. It was actually a really entertaining game. I enjoyed it a lot.
Really fun
but
game,
we dominated. We just fell apart in 5 minutes. Like the last end of the game, I mean, our lack of quality is it's rough, when we have, without Eze, it's so bad. It's just all on Wilf. And, he's got 2 on him all the time. He was trying to run him behind and trying to do things, but Gabriel caught up with him on it. Yeah, but it was a good game. But I agree with you. I think that game's going to be tight. I mean, same with Villa Chelsea. Right? I mean, there's not going to be goals in that one.
That's super tight. Especially with Jack. Like, we were all reminded that how they play with Jack back as they just dominated Spurs for 90 minutes.
What do you think Jack Price next year is going to be? 8.5? Do you think he's going to get up there? 8?
I don't think so. I think this injury will save him from that. He started at 7.
6 and 12.
He went up to 7,
2,000 minutes.
And then he went back down to 7.5 over the injury. He might be 8.
He might be 8-5.
He might be 8. He might be 8-5. I hope he won't be. I'm obsessed with him, as everyone who listens to this pod knows. Yeah. He's just like beyond good. But yeah, a game that I don't really have a read on is Man City Everton. We were texting inside about your Ederson cap, and like, it reminded me of when Liverpool clinched the title last season and then just like conceded 3 goals every game for the last 6 games. And like,
I mean, I don't care about that.
City, I think, just like they're just playing so freely. Like they're not going to keep cleans. They have no interest in keeping cleans.
Yeah, they don't care. The one thing that they do have working for them is they're playing Everton, who can't create a chance for their lives. I mean, you'll probably expect James to play. Dude, whatever. We don't have to talk about that. Yeah, that's still a good fixture for Man City, and I feel like they might just, Kevin's definitely going to play, and he's going to play some of the guys.
I think Kev's like 100% nailed, right?
Yeah, he's going to play some of the guys, so I feel like Man City are just going to roll them and walk that game comfortably, but, who knows? But it's not one that you're transferring in. Anyone who is obviously as Everton defenders, they're benching them. A lot of people have DCL. You probably just run them out there, unless if that's a spot that you target to punt, which is also reasonable. I mean, I still feel like, Man City have good players. I mean, they're going to be at home. They're going to be in the procession feels, vibes. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like Everton are going to just score a couple.
The thing that I go back to what you just said, though, is like the only City player that I would transfer in is Kev. I wouldn't go near defender. I wouldn't go near defender. I wouldn't get Ederson. I have no idea what other attackers are going to play. Absolutely no idea. I mean,
Mahrez and Foden, because are they going to play other? Yeah, I know. I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you
Mahrez just played 90. Foden just played 90. So I don't know what that means. Gundo has a knock. He came off a little early. Like, I don't know. So I like Kev. I definitely like Kev for that game. Yeah. That's like a good punt that I like. That is probably under the radar, but I don't know about anything else.
Yeah, it would be surprising if he played 90. So that's a thing that's annoying. But.
True. But yeah, the other games, the rest of that shit, there's nothing that I see there.
West Ham too, it's like that one. They're not going to... I mean, if they get an early goal or if they go 1-0 up, they're going to be like super nervy, trying to just cling, and that's not going to be an open one. So.
Yeah, and Wolves
Sheffield United Burnley
is
interesting. Maybe a little bit of Wood action. They might have just spewed it all, though. They might be like dead on their feet on Sunday. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They were so bad.
They were pretty poor.
Wood is still good. He gets in there for sure. But I don't know. Maybe a cheeky little... what's his name? Jebison.
No, come on.
And then Wolves United is just the worst imaginable game. I cannot believe anyone would watch that ever.
I'm glad that we won't have to.
Yeah, we definitely won't have to. So yeah, I mean that's sort of where we're at. I think we're same page.
And I do Leicester Spurs. I mean, I feel like Leicester, they're going to score a few.
And Leicester should and I think will be heavy favorites in that game. Yeah. And I mean, I expect them to win by like at least 2.
That Spurs, I can't believe it's a minute 30 minutes. We haven't talked. That Spurs performance was, oh my God.
That Veronica Vaughn. They suck.
It was mind blowing how bad they were. And then no subs at half. That was the thing that I was like apoplectic. No subs at half was fucked my head up so bad.
Manager effect is like impossible to measure, and it's all kind of just speculation. It's a very like murky, noisy thing that we don't know that much about. But it's rare that you get to see someone as underqualified as Ryan Mason take control of a team that has like genuinely many superstars in it and should be competing for top 4. And just, they have no fucking clue what to do at all when they're pressed, and they have no fucking clue what to do with midfield, and they're just a complete disaster mess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Leicester should probably score like 2 or 3, and pretty unlikely to concede, I think, also. I mean, Kane, Golden Boot, narrative, it's not a one-man game.
As we just watched.
Yeah, you can't... I was thinking about Euros the other day, and I was thinking about errors we've made in past Euros, and it's been actually that exactly. I remember being
Polish fraud.
we're getting Zlatan Ibrahimovic against Darren Randolph.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's the worst game ever, and it's 0-0. Yeah, and it's like, no, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Like, that's just not footy at all. So, yeah, Spurs out maybe would be reasonable for other guys.
I mean, and it's also watching that game, too, just as a Sun owner, when I see the team sheet, I'm like, oh, like, they're playing a center back at right back. Like, this is pretty good. Sun, like, didn't play. Like, he just didn't get like, it wasn't, they weren't even like remotely trying. They couldn't get the ball. It was just, I'm sitting there. I'm like, he's up against a fucking right back. It's just like, what are they doing? What are they actual fucking doing? Is
Vardy, I gotta mention.
Winks back in is just.
Winks and GLC and Ndombele just on the bombed bench. Out.
Well, GLC's been playing a little bit. Ndombele has not gotten a start since Mr. Mason's taken charge.
I hate to say
it's just fucking insane. And this was the other thing we were talking about, right? About with
maybe I'll get Nacho
like a team
back
like
in.
Spurs. Dude, you should actually. Yeah, he's gonna score probably fucking 2 or 3.
He probably will.
Like when you're like a little baby face bitch coming into Spurs and you look at the teams and the team and the names, like it's not that hard to just pick like the 11 best, and just throw them out and be like, "Good luck, guys." And
we say that so often,
and like, they don't do it. They don't do it.
Like the managers who come in and like give teams the boost are often just doing the simple thing of like, here's my 11 best players in each position.
Play.
I'm going to start them all.
Yeah.
It's amazing how like when you're in the job, it's like the overthink and all that shit and you're trying to be so clever and everything. His best friend, Harry Winks, he's just like, you'll probably never start a Premier League game again, so I'm just going to run you out there, but you hate to see it. I was just going to say about Vardy, because I've been thinking sort of like prepping for post-mortem, and I had a long time with Vardy. He got 7 pens in the first 8 games of the season.
So?
And he's gotten 1 pen since.
Yeah, fuck him. He sucks.
It's just like, so crazy how much that skews his numbers.
Well, like, also, I mean, that was also at the beginning of the season when there were all those they were fucking giving out. Like,
so it wasn't even like half of them probably weren't even legit.
Yeah, no, totally.
But you look at his season total, and it's like he has 7 non-pen goals.
It's not good.
This is a guy who fucking is like Golden Boot contender for like 5 consecutive years to that. It's like pretty insane.
14 assists, though. As many assists.
Yeah, no, the assists have been really good. And I think a big part of that is Iheanacho. Because like since Nacho's form, Vardy has been selfless and been passing a lot more and been good. So that's a thing. But yeah.
I wonder what they're going to put him at. He might go back down to like 9.
Vardy?
Yeah.
He could go down a lot.
I don't know. He did still finish with 13 and 14. That's a nuts year.
Yeah,
maybe he's going to stay at like 10, 9, 5.
It's the
pens. Oh, I know. Yeah, he's not going to be a good asset next year, probably. He's going to be priced he's not priced to buy.
He's going to get the OBS treatment, which is clearly declining in every available metric and eye test, but can't lower his price yet because he had 27 returns or whatever.
Yeah.
Same exact shit.
Obbs was fucking diabolical against us. Also, by the way, it was nuts watching him play for a whole 90 minutes. I was like, I couldn't believe that he didn't do it. He did nothing.
Yeah, but Martinelli, good guy.
What a fucking player, dude.
The Odegaard pass, unreal, dude, unreal. Chester said, who are the best players to bring in from the 3 teams with something to play for? So he says Liverpool, Chelsea, and Leicester. So. I mean, everyone has Mo and Trent, right? So it's like 3rd Liverpool guy, and then who do you like from Chelsea, and who do you like from Leicester other than Iheanacho?
I don't really like anyone from Chelsea, and I'm probably just Iheanacho.
Same.
I still don't want like a Spurs or a lesser defender or whatever. Like Spurs are still, they have good players,
Yeah, no, Fofana's not going to be starting for me. That's for sure.
Yeah. I think you could talk me into a Chelsea defender because when they play their actual good defenders, they're good. But I don't know if that's like my favorite, like a Rudiger or whatever, like one of them. Rudiger. If that's my favorite pick of the week, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Villa with Jack are good. I mean, maybe I'd rather have like a Cresswell. I might rather have like a West Ham defender because with Rice back, they're back to who they were, and Southampton are totally fucking ran themselves nuts against Leeds. I think that they're going to just be like just trying to get through the game.
Yeah, if Chelsea had a good fixture, this would be a very different conversation, I think. But it's just bad,
Yeah, it's a bad fixture. Villa is a bad fixture when they have Jack. They're just top 6. Their performance level anyway is around there. So
yeah, and Chelsea won, right? So they're in like a position of power, over Leicester. Like they still want to win, obviously, but like they're if either of the other teams draw or are in a bad position, Chelsea are good to go.
Yeah, but Leeds too. I mean, I think the Leeds exploitability.
Yeah, I like that. And then the last Game Week 38 question, which I like a lot, is Cam Anderson. He said, who's the guy who can make or break their spot in your Euro squad with a performance in Game Week 38?
That's a really good question.
He's thinking where we're thinking.
That's a thing over here.
Like, no one immediately came to mind, but I'm curious if like you had someone you were like, thinking about.
Goodness, Euro. Let me.
It's really hard.
I need to do a quick scan here. That's a tough one.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just scan for a second.
Willock's not going to make the team. Fuck.
Willock's not going to make the team. Maybe Reamer. Oh no, USA is not in Euros. Damn. I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Like Bale or something.
No, because he's too expensive. We're not really looking.
I'm just talking about like guys who.
Because like if maybe it's like something like a Ferron, like if he starts again at striker and scores a few, that we're like okay, like I know
Ferron's
you
a good shout. That's a good shout.
That's why we share the team so we can balance each other out. Because I'm not really too interested there.
Yeah. No, that's a good
Ferron.
shout.
I don't. I think if I had to pick someone, it would be him. Yeah,
that is a really good shout. I'm looking around too, and I'm not seeing that much. There's just so many English.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. I think, and the other thing too is we just don't have that much information yet about who's in what squad and who's going to be healthy and stuff. And
right,
a lot of the players that were like the premium guys, we sort of like kind of know. The few that we like and stuff, so nothing in like a 1-game sampling is going to really throw that off kilter. Yeah, the guys that we were talking really about are like mid-price mids who play in fucking at Celtic or like in the Bundesliga, right? Like a Ukrainian 7 million guy who plays at fucking Almash, or I don't know. Do my
ears perk up a little bit if Jorginho gets another pen? It's like, I guess maybe.
Yeah, probably.
The one thing I was thinking is like, this isn't interesting at all, but if like Slab makes the bench or something, I'm a little bit like, okay, at least he's like getting his fitness back.
Well, they also have the other game still.
Yeah, they have the Europa final. So, but that's the type of thing where I'm like, okay, I'm paying attention.
Like Kevin, his fitness.
Yeah, exactly.
But they also have another game. Yeah.
Right.
I guess Timo.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, there's no way we're gonna have him, but it's someone that you're like interested to see, like, he looks better
too. I mean,
we don't know. We'll have to think a lot about Germany.
It's a great question. I just don't know if we have like a reasonable answer for you.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit obviously like a 1 game isn't going to be like, yes, like in 3 weeks.
Dreadlock Maldini is straight in for launch team.
Like just because Ake starts and gets a clean, that he's I mean,
Eric Garcia.
But the point is taken, right? I mean, we're Euro scouting full on, and
I mean, if Dean has like a master class, it's like okay,
I guess also on that Jota,
yeah, true.
Because they have Hungary. They have Hungary in the first week, and he's not too expensive as a last dice captain option for that week. If we want to go with that, 8-5, I think though is expensive, but
that's a reasonable one.
Tough, man. But he might. I mean, he's probably not going to make the bench, right?
Ali Alioski, oi, the North Macedonian legend could make the team. I think that's about it for me.
All right.
Anything else you want to jump into, or you want to just look at our teams and shit?
No, I mean, I'm starting to get a little bit excited for the postmortem.
Yeah, I have some stuff written down, and I want to actually try and get that a little more fleshed out. And it's always nice to look back.
You'll drive the bus on the postmortem this year.
If you do the precog, I'll do the postcog.
Okay.
We're going to do another precog, right? Because that was
of course.
Great. Yeah, that was
of course.
That was like my favorite episode with your hidden
I'm a
notes.
million miles away from even OneNote. I'm like so not there right now, but
right.
It'll happen. I mean, we got a few months for that, so there's plenty of time for the percolation.
Right. Percolation.
Gotta percolate.
There's a fish in the percolator. I'm just
coming out with a lot of quotes.
Everything's just flowing back to me for some reason.
Look,
I don't know why.
Your video game pod, and you also you have a lot of pod partners now. I have some competition.
I do have a lot of pod partners.
Holy shit! I'm not the only girl in town.
You're taken.
Feels different.
You're taken, dude. I
thought you were taken, but here it comes.
True.
We can, dude. It's 2021. We could do. There's a lot of love to go around.
Yeah, we're polypod partners.
Polypods. Yeah. Polypoid.
I really should have called the pod just like FML something video games and we just start the pod network right there. And just the FML pod network. Would have been great. Let's go to our team. So where do you saved, right?
No, I did bail out in the end.
Oh yeah, I
got one extra point. It was
huge.
Good. Yeah, a point. Every point counts. What am I looking at? I mean, my basic two things are Smith Rowe. You know, he's in my team right now, or Son. You know, basically, I mean, which one of those two do I want to remove? If I did Smith Rowe, I have up to like 6-7. I have some money in the bank, so I could get Lingardinho and just go to the well at the last moment.
Yeah.
Or I could do Son for like Kev.
That sounds a lot better to me.
Yeah, it sounds a lot more fun. So that's what I've been thinking about because, you know, I fucking love Kevin and shit. That's where I'm leaning. But starting Smith Rowe doesn't feel like very good against Brighton.
Especially against Brighton, yeah. That's just like a bad game. That's just going to be a horrible game.
And Son has been a very loyal servant to me this season, I must say. He's one of the... I'm surprised at how many game weeks I've had him in my team for, but he's done pretty well for me in general, I feel like, this year.
Well, because I was about to say, he is... I mean, this is, again, a little more post-mortem-y, because I think we're going to probably talk a lot about, like, the bandwagon-y problem, again, you know, that we always have, but he's kind of one of those guys. Like, he had his huge, ridiculous haul of points game weeks, like 1 through 17. And then from game week 18 through now, it's just been like kind of quiet. I mean, he just went on a nice run, but he had a big chunk of time where he was quiet.
Yeah, and then I sold him and it was bad. But
like if someone had him at the beginning and then sold him earlier for I don't know who at the time, that would have been a much better move than like just holding him straight on for 30 whatever game weeks.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the thing with Son too, to me, that, you know, we probably, I just think it was maybe got complacent a little bit, but we were talking about eye test wise how he just wasn't running as much, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about how he's conserving a lot in game, and he just wasn't like getting that many shots off when he wasn't running in behind
and playing more minutes than he's ever played.
And that should have been enough for us to like forget about who they're playing, like forget about what's happened, like forget about how many people own him. Like, this is a reason to sell a player.
Yeah.
And we didn't really go make that connection, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's something
the counter
we learn from.
to that is also, so like the other guys that are on this list, I'm doing this like from my head, are basically like, you know, Lingard, Gundo, Iheanacho, I don't know, Willick, I guess. Like that, it might even just be those this season that were just like red hot for a period and scored 1 billion points, but they don't have Son's history.
Right.
None of them have. He's been an elite finisher for like 6 years.
Yeah, and so he's like a premium player too.
Yeah, so it's much more reasonable, I think, on our end to be like, well, you just hold Son, than to be like, I'm jumping on Lingard.
Yeah,
you know.
But still, I think the signs were there that, although yes, historically and everything, like what we're watching is not, you know, a player at the peak of his powers, and we didn't back that. So hopefully we slow down a little bit more next year with those kind of things, and, you know, think about it a little bit more. But
which player in the league had the largest disparity between his non-penalty XG and his non-penalty goals? Pop quiz.
Wait, say that again.
Just who's the most under his non-penalty XG is basically what I'm asking. Who, like,
Rafinha?
No. Well, I mean, it's not Timo. That's I think that's the chalk answer. Timo's second.
Oh, I forgot about Timo.
Just like miss the most chances, most under everything. Tough one.
Is it like a raw number? Like it's not per 90? Like it has to be someone who got a lot of volume?
I could change it to per 90, but this is a raw number that I'm looking at right now. So yeah. No, great guess. Jamie Vardy. Aforementioned Jamie Vardy.
All right. I see in my head, honestly, I don't really remember him like missing I just don't remember him getting any.
You didn't own him. That's what that means.
Well, that's
you didn't own him, and you didn't watch Leicester.
That's both very good.
I've solved this crime. But yeah, tied for second are Timo and Mane.
Mane, of course.
I thought you were going to guess Mane immediately.
Yeah, no, too close to the heart.
There's a bunch of guys in the top there that are just like really like superstars. You know, Kev is fucking 6th.
Yeah,
it's
happens, baby.
Crazy. Tony's really high. It's crazy. Okay, so that sounds good for you. For me,
what about you?
I mean, I'm not going to start Dean, so just slot Pereira in against Leeds. That seems good. I need to make a keeper move unless Ralph says Forster's going to start, I guess. Because we know Mesley is not going to start, so that's a nightmare. I have Foden, who I have no idea.
Starting Forster's also a nightmare.
Yeah, right. And I have Foden.
You gotta just roll Foden out, I think.
I have Kane, Son. Like, they're both kind of bad.
I guess just matters, like, you know, how much fun do you want to have? Obviously, I think the goalkeeper, you could easily do goalkeeper and that's it, and no hit.
Yes.
I think.
100%. My lineup is, my team, my 11 is very reasonable and fine. Yeah. And
Son,
I have depth.
I think.
And I
think Son is the next, you know, person on the list if you're looking to get rid of someone.
Yeah, and I think I will do that because it's the last game week of the season.
Well, what is this as a problem though? If we both get rid of Son, what does that mean?
That means everyone else should keep and or get Son and potentially captain Son.
Oh my god,
that's good.
Okay, well that's going to make me rethink things. I'm not going to lie.
Okay. We have time. We have time until Sunday. We have time.
You're right. Sunday it's not tomorrow for the fucking first time ever. We're not tomorrow. It's not tomorrow.
It's unreal. Unreal. And then
if I held Son and did Smith Rowe for up to 6-7, do you think Lingard's reasonable? Like where would you look at there? I mean, we talked about Willock. Like I don't mind doing that.
Yeah, I mean he's reasonable. You got Nathan Redmond on the last game of the season. Reasonable.
Come on.
I'm just shouting shouts. You know, you got Pereira. He's like among the best players in the league. Yeah, it's got to be like Lingard or Willock, right?
Yeah. That doesn't sound as fun as Kevin, I don't think.
What's up with Fornals?
I mean, he's just a press monster.
I feel like he's my size, but he should like be a deep midfielder or something. Because
but dude, he does the job. Like he's such an important piece for them
in terms of pressing, passing, but in terms of like goal assist production, he's so bad. I feel like he misses so many shots and stuff. But yeah,
just don't need him, man.
He's a good player.
You just don't need him.
Good player for sure.
Antonio, I forgot about it. He fucking scored that goal. It was so
that
annoying.
Goal killed us. We'd be on like huge screens without that goal.
So annoying. And Lingard got the assist on it, right?
Yeah, Lingard to Antonio.
Yeah, fucking unreal. And they got all 1,000,000 bonus points.
Yeah, so that was a huge goal in FPL. Antonio, max bones, Lingard 2 bones. Just like, it's fucking terrible.
I'm not getting Lingard. What am I saying right now?
I know. We both know what's happening.
We know what I'm doing. Okay, fine.
Captaincy, I mean, so everyone is basically like on Mo. We got 2 questions on it. Cardi said, I'd have to be a daft cunt to not cap Mo, right? And then Liam said, who's a Mo cap alternative for those chasing the money line deficit? I mean, money league, not money line.
Yeah. Bamford.
Yeah. Don't hate it at all.
Easy one for me on
Don't
this
hate
one.
it at all.
It's easy Bamford. I think he's the hat trick.
Lies beyond the beach is where West Brom are.
Yeah, they're going to come out just doing whatever the fuck. And, I mean, Bamford
Gallagher red card. Nailed.
Nailed. It's pretty, like nailed like Pulisic.
Nailed like Pulisic.
Okay. Yeah, I think Bamford's would be my chalk. I honestly don't think Mo. I feel like this is like by far the least I've captained Mo in a season since he's entered the league.
1,000,000%.
Like, yeah. And, well, for you, it's more understandable because you are very negative on Liverpool when you're walking the league.
Tied and like that. Yeah.
But, I usually captain him a lot. The more and more we've, like, for years now talked about, like, him dropping deep into the half space and
especially
providing and not receiving. Like, I just don't think he's the same captain. And Liverpool get, like, about 3.5 pens per season. He's just not. And the bonus, there's so many reasons why all of a sudden that he's, like, not a really good explosive captain option.
Right. He ticks.
And, no, he's been. That's what he's. 22 goals. He ticks, but his goals are 5. Like his goals are worth 5 fucking points, and it's better than 4. But not very many strikers who do score.
He hasn't taken a pen since February 7th against Man City. That Diaz pen in a fucking 4-1 loss.
Yeah, and he's another one. I mean, he had a couple. He got a lot of his points at the beginning of the season, and he's been barely ticking and barely eking for the second half of the season. He's kind of been tallying a little bit better the last couple months. But I still like, I'm still feel like Mane is just like more of an explosive option of like he can bang a triple return. And I felt that way for a while. Because he's coming inside, he's playing center forward, and Mo's dropping deeper, and there's still those moments where Mo tries to run him behind, where he, but I just keep seeing the same picture in my head where he's trying to dribble 3 guys, like, and he doesn't do the easy thing, or he doesn't lay it off, or
I haven't listened to the review yet. I'm sure like someone like Neil will talk about this, but I feel like
they actually were talking about the state of post game conference like questions to managers for like 20 minutes. It was nuts.
I can't wait to listen to that. Yeah, it's really, really weird and interesting. But what I was going to say is I feel like when Liverpool are countering, which is happening less and less as they're like playing better and playing against worse teams, Mo is always the furthest forward. And that's those times when it's like 1v3. Right. Sometimes turns into a 1v1, but it's really difficult chances in general. But when Liverpool are in possession and like bombing everyone forward, and it's like dominance. Yeah, I agree with you.
Systematic.
I think like Mane and Bob have been on the end of more threatening moves than
Bob's been nice lately. And it also probably too, we haven't really talked about like Virgil offering the ball over the top, like Mo offers the run, and Virgil
that
can
happen
ping
all
it
the time.
Yeah, so that's a big loss. And same with even like Hendo. Hendo can pick that pass, and now they just don't have anyone to pick that pass. So
Thiago, but he's not like an assist.
He doesn't
guy.
do that though. He keeps it low, like he keeps it on the ground. He doesn't. He switches play, but he like that diag like
blows me away all the time. Thiago like with his passes.
The
it's like it's always a thing that I don't see. It's just like, wow, what the fuck? But it's not it's not in behind. It's not an assist.
No.
It's like move the ball, break 2 lines up to Firmino, and then like
for
the
him
attack
to keep,
begins.
But it's like always to feet with the guy running to the defense or whatever. It's to progress. And,
exactly.
So in short, I just don't think Mo's a good captain at all. I think Trent's better. I think Mane's better in that game.
So who else do you like for cap? I haven't thought about cap at all. I mean, might go Bamford. I fucking love Bamford. I
think you should.
We talked about it last week. Like,
I genuinely
much we were shitting on Bamford in preseason to where we're at now, where we both just like love him and love watching him. It's like, whoa,
fucking love him. Yeah, I think Bamford. I genuinely do think that Iheanacho's a really good captaincy option.
Oh yeah, I might go there.
Yeah, and that's I think you have to put your big boy pants on and throw away your historical bias like about Spurs are a good team and that's a bad fixture like this. It's just not, it's just not the case. It's patently false, and it would be the case if he puts if the manager picks a 4-3-3 with Højbjerg, Lo Celso, and Ndombele, and then picks like Kane, Son, Bale, or Kane, Son, Lukash, then
they're going to be great.
Bad fixture, bad. That's fucking bad. Yeah. But he's gonna pick little Diddy, little fuck. He's gonna do this little. He's gonna Diddy and diddle, and he's gonna play these fucking clown players, and they're probably gonna be without. He's gonna put Bale's gonna be out fucking lost on an island. The game's gonna pass him by. It's gonna be a shit show. So I still really think Iheanacho is a really good option.
Yeah, I agree. Wow, there's like a lot of rogue caps like that, like. Even like the Lingard Antonio, I'm sure some people will be there. I don't hate that.
My main problem with that is just that I feel like West Ham are going to be really, really like
that might be, yeah. But
conservative.
Then, my counterpoint to that is then they still might just 3v1 counter and the dying embers like they did last week and still get a free goal.
That's true. So. That's possible. And Southampton, God knows they're fucking done. I mean, they really did. Give 200% against Leeds at home last week, and you know you got to expect them to be dead on their feet this weekend.
And they lost.
Yeah, they're bad. I mean, their team is really bad. Their players are very, very bad. The squad is very bad. So,
if anything, last week was a reminder that Ralph is good for me.
Yeah,
Ralph's good. Look at Ralph, like good. Dragging this team up to Leeds' level.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of mixed. Ralph.
No, I've been there this season. I've been like, okay, it's kind of enough to like, keep pouring in on him and how good he is. Like they've had a lot of really low points this season, even though the talent is bad. But that game was kind of like that was an impressive game to me, even though it was a 2-0 loss.
Yeah,
man, cap is really hard this week. I think
Ederson's easy.
Allison would be the better cap.
No, but he's not on pens.
He doesn't need pens. He just scores corners.
Hey.
Big dick. Show him how big.
Fucking Ederson's going to get a pen. It's going to be fucking best thing of my life.
I hope so.
It's going to be the best thing ever in my entire life.
Kev is another rogue cap shout.
Not without 90.
78 minutes of Kev against Everton. It's pretty good.
I mean, Everton are going to play all the defenders. I mean, that's not a really good attacking fixture on balance. You think? And they kind of need. I'm
so much lower on Everton than you.
They've been keeping clean sheets at fucking will. I've been getting double cleans from them for the last 6 game weeks.
Yeah, you have.
Are you kidding me?
But
they've let up 1 goal in 1, 2, 3 for the last 7 games or something.
Yeah.
Or no, they had 2 against Villa. I mean, they've been good. They haven't let up more than 2 goals since they played City last.
Yeah.
Like in game week 20 or something.
Who are they playing game week 38?
Hey, easy.
Stop, Tods.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
I think we're hitting.
We got one anus slap. We got Jorgen Gronenberg in there. Last anus to slap of the season. Thanks.
Do you think we're going to get actual slaps during Euros? Do you think people are going to find us?
We might slap.
Oh my god! I feel like we just hemorrhage value doing Europods and shit. That
we do it for us.
I mean, that's so fucking sick. We're such sickos, dude. Yeah, we're disgusting.
We're just gross fucking fantasy perverts.
We're gross fantasy perverts.
Yeah, maybe that'll be the name of the episode. Gross fantasy perverts. Yeah, it sounds good. Any last words?
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, brother. Check us out at FMLField.com. Follow us on Twitter at FMLField. Support us, Patreon.com/FMLField. Subscribe, rate, review,